Hello and welcome to Shaheen Erica's Shit Show Extravaganza. My name is Shaheen and I'm doing the Try Not to Be Happy challenge and I've been going strong for 24 years.
And hello, my name is Erica, and that's with a hard R.
Yeah, so before we start, I'd just like to briefly rant about the internet connection here in my house. My room. It's not even my house. So I have shitty internet connection. We're depending on Erica's connection for a lot of this shit. And in case you don't know, Ramadan's over, so that's why I'm cursing like a sailor.
Yay!
And whoop-de fucking do. You think I'd be a better person, but no. But anyway, so we get this new internet connection, optic fiber, 5G, all these tech words, right?
Optic fiber?
Yeah, dick fiber.
Okay.
Anyway, so they do the thing, and they said, "Oh, this is gonna," and it is like the download megabyte per second went from our measly 5 to 50 or 60. So it's initially great, but see, I know things will never work out. So the interconnection initially worked, and then both my phone and my laptop would not connect to the internet. And I had to make a call via the internet yesterday, and I couldn't because shitty internet. So I went to go get the internet, the little booster thing, the separate internet thing, as opposed to my own home Wi-Fi. And the first thing I said to my father when I walked in is, Bin Laden used to send video messages from a fucking cave in Afghanistan. Who the fuck is his internet provider? Because they seem to be doing a much better job than whoever the fuck we are dealing with. Because there's no way, early 2000s, he'd be sending full-on videos to the United States. Clear. Like full HD. This guy was a YouTuber before YouTube became a thing. And then here we are in 2019, and I in my room, the only place where the internet does not reach is in my room. My neighbors could get a better connection of our own internet than me in my room. But anyways, it's just a daily struggle. This is a first world problem. I know there are people out there that are living in huts, but I can guarantee you they probably have better internet than I do. But yeah. That's my rant. End of rant. So, Erica.
Yeah.
Since we are now legitimate YouTubers,
Oh shit.
we have 30 subscribers. That means that we are getting our 30 subscriber plaque soon in the mail. And now that we are a part of this community, big players might I add, we are immersing ourselves with the history of drama or even recent drama of YouTube and sharing some of our favorite or impactful stories that throughout the YouTube community drama bullshit. Is there anything you want to add?
I have to be honest with you. I spaced out.
You need to stop doing that. It's the cocaine that you've been snorting.
You said YouTube, and then I started thinking instantly about all the YouTube drama. I know, like, I thought I was thinking, like, man, what if we did get YouTube famous? And then I just thought about that, and about, like, how much I would have to delete off the internet. That's why I spaced out.
You're thinking about a hypothetical situation in which we become YouTube famous, and then immediately people would realize that the only reason why we're famous is because we said some stupid shit on the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, it's like the Paul brothers.
Oh, okay. I'm like, who? No, yes.
That's how they got famous.
How?
By not being
Are you
smart.
sure they didn't just, like, appear, and then we just all knew who they were?
It's Vine. Vine was the NXT of YouTube.
Ah, that reminds me. I remember because Logan Paul went to the the Brazilian Olympics, and then
Remind you of the Brazilian Olympics.
Or the Olympics that happened in Brazil, and then he just dabbed on TV. That was most prominent.
Oh, yeah, he did do that, didn't he?
Yeah, that's the most prominent memory I have of. That was before he was like, a well-known tool. He was like, I feel like he had some funny vines, right?
Yeah. Back when, because I feel like success must have reached his head, because now he makes some crap content. I know some people praise his podcast for being real, but I mean, in the end, it's still Logan Paul. So
sometimes his name doesn't even sound real.
Because he has two first names, like Logan Paul.
It's like, when you see it, like, hear a word, and like you say it too much, and then you're like, man, that word doesn't seem real anymore. It's kind of like with his whole existence.
I hate all three of the Paul brothers. Okay, no.
Wait, there's three of them?
Yeah, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, and then Sean Paul.
What? Sean Paul? Like, do you mean the singer?
Yeah.
Okay, I like Sean Paul.
Yeah, no, Sean Paul is okay.
He's
the other
great.
two Pauls, I forget how young Jake Paul is.
He's younger than us.
The guy's still breastfeeding. Like, he's not... He's a baby.
Yeah,
Let me check how old he is.
How old? I think he's 97.
Oh,
yeah.
So than,
he's 97,
yeah.
so we're older than
He's my brother's age.
I think Logan is as old as you.
Really?
Yeah.
What does he look?
You're younger by a month.
Why do you know their exact birthdays?
Because I Googled it. I just Googled it. Internet.
I'm Googling it at the same speed you are. There's no way that you're beating. Curse you, internet.
He's 24.
Yeah. Could probably beat him up.
I don't know. He's taller than you.
Yeah, he's taller, but I got the core. Like I'm closer to punching his dick. You don't know what I can do.
Okay. Anyways.
But yeah. Boxing match, Logan Paul. Shit.
Oh.
Completely different weight classes. But
I want him to take on Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He challenged. Who did he challenge? He challenged like a big boy in UFC.
Did he challenge, what's his name? The Irish boxer.
Not McGregor. Did he? He challenged CM Punk.
Yeah. Because CM Punk has a really bad streak of...
CM Punk sucks at MMA. Maybe it's because his age. He joined pretty late. I'm giving him excuses just in the extreme off chance that this somehow gets to him. Big fan of yours, CM Punk. But,
hey, if the Pope listens,
Yeah, if the Pope listens, and BuzzFeed listens, and Disney listens, CM Punk definitely listens.
I mean, I can't
he's such a good wrestler.
I can't do MMA for shit, so it's not like I can criticize anyone at all.
Neither did him, so it's fine. You probably have the same level as him.
No, he had fighting experience.
It's really bad. It's really... I've seen both his matches in UFC, and they're both really bad.
So much for kissing his ass.
I can't. As a wrestler, the guy's impeccable, but I think he ruined his legitimacy by going to... I know he's following his dreams, and that's all great, but now he's out of UFC. I don't know if he's still fighting anymore. His wife published a book. That's nice. That's me looking at the bright side. I don't know. This is not a wrestling podcast. We can't... We'll save that for another time. He's not a YouTuber either, so we can't jump into that either. But now that we've laid the groundwork of things that we're going to discuss very badly, how we laid them out by not mentioning them at all until the last second.
Yeah.
YouTubers are stupid sometimes, but we're not, because again, we're legitimate YouTubers. So we're going to cover some of our favorite stories from the YouTube drama over the past, how long? What's the oldest one? Like 5 years at max? 3? Anyway. Most of them are pretty recent.
Yeah.
Why? Because we need to put everyone on YouTube on check in case, I don't know. We're coming for you guys. 100
Please
million
don't.
subscribers.
Don't. So the wrong person might hear this, and we might. Please, let's keep this dream alive by not starting shit. Let's just look at the drama. Let's not start any of it.
Okay.
But I do want to add that I recommended this topic, right?
Yeah.
I recommended this topic because I love talking about drama. Like, I obviously do things with my life, but it's always fun to just sit with a friend and just talk about all the shit that's going on. And it's always fun for me, especially, to talk about YouTube drama and just ask for my friends' opinions. Because I like listening to other people's opinions, so that's why I suggested this, so you guys could hear our opinions about these YouTube dramas.
And we can't hear yours.
Because we don't care.
Them separately after that too. The fact that this is a video, and no matter how hard you scream at the video, she will never hear you, Shaheen. She will never hear you. Anyway. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna discuss some of the dramas. It's fun. We'll get more into dramas and the responses we had on Instagram.
Yeah.
After we discuss some of ours. And then we'll go on from there. So, who starts?
I'll go first, because I'm really excited about the first one.
Go ahead.
So, if you guys don't know, there's a YouTuber, a couple, and their names were Sam and Nia, and I believe they were both nurses, and, if you might remember, there was a couple that lip-synced to Love is an Open Door. That's them. And,
oh, is it the bad karaoke one?
It was really viral because it was good, so.
Okay.
It was, yeah. They sang Love is an Open Door in the car. And it got viral. And then, the second time they got viral, it was because it was I think the title was I told my wife she was pregnant, or was it fiance? Whatever. Yeah, I told her.
Wait, he told her she was pregnant?
Yeah.
Is that how pregnancy works?
No.
You're pregnant.
So,
oh, shit, okay.
what he did was, she peed in the middle of the night, and she didn't flush the toilet, because she doesn't want the toilet to wake up the kids. So, so while, the pee's still there, he dips a pregnancy test inside the toilet. Yeah, exactly. Inside the toilet, and then, test her pee. And then he would go up to her and be like, hey, you're pregnant. And so, it got a lot of attention. It went viral. And then,
did he show her the pee stick or no?
Yeah, she saw it, they cried, it was cute. But then a week later, they announced.
Crazy, but okay.
A week later, a few days later, they said that the pregnancy ended in a miscarriage. Which then people, miscarriages suck, don't get me wrong, but it just seemed, one of those things where, this is getting too real, we would look really stupid if it's 9 months later and you don't have a baby. So they got a lot of backlash from that. They're like, oh, you just faked it. And then, what made the story worse was, do you remember Ashley Madison?
Oh yeah, the cheating website.
Yeah, so Sam was on that website. So, after that, and then it just was a huge downward spiral for this couple, and it was so interesting to me.
Why would you, if you wanted to cheat, right? I don't condone cheating, but if you wanted to cheat, why would you make an account somewhere verifying you're a cheater? It
was all private, he would have never gotten caught if, someone didn't leak the information, if that makes sense. But I know,
yeah.
Be normal and use Tinder. I don't know. It's a site dedicated to cheating.
It's literally their advertising. That's
and so
their whole advertising department is hey, you want to cheat? Come to Ashley Madison. Also, this episode sponsored by Ashley Madison.
Yeah, so after all this, the scandals. Oh, okay, I remember. Oh, there was more. like with all these scandals, he was being called out, and then like he like flipped out, and then got kicked out of a vlogger fair, and then it just made people not like, at least Sam. I don't know about the girl a lot more, and so since then, like the fame obviously dwindled. But yeah, so that's the first story. That was like one of the most. That happened in 2015, the pregnancy, which is so crazy. That was 4 years ago, but yeah, that's the story.
See, couple famous couples, or not famous, pseudo celebrity couples are the worst, because once they start dwindling from fame, or they pull a stunt like this, it gets worse and worse, because they're trying to stay relevant,
and like
sometimes, yeah.
The reason why people were skeptical, because there was things coming out that he quit his job so he could become a full-time YouTuber, and so people were coming to the conclusion that he was willing to do anything to become YouTube famous. And I think that was like why people were most skeptical. And then, people, like petty people, will do their research, and like they called where he worked and be like, oh no, like he didn't quit, he just like he still works here. So it was strange. Like it's a weird time. I might be remembering a few details wrong because it's been a while, but I remember there was also a story of them going to Legoland, and then he was getting angry because he's like, I'm famous, like they should get discounts or whatever, but like that's not how any of that works. So there's that. But I think that's more like just rumors spreading. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, they're not relevant anymore.
Yeah, no.
They've dug their own grave, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make any baby jokes, but that's how it be, I guess.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, do you remember Shay Carl?
Yeah. I do.
Yeah, this is not one of the stories that we picked, but just quick thing. Shay Carl, Mormon family, they keep pooping out kids every 2 years. It's like they're building their own little league baseball team. But he cheated on his wife. But it's not even like okay, this is also bad the way I'm saying it. But like, if you're gonna cheat, imagine cheating through just text and still losing your like ruining a relationship. Like, like how bad are you that you can't even cheat properly? But anyway, I'm not saying you should cheat. I'm not condoning cheating. But I'm just saying these guys are cheating badly and still losing. And he got caught. He left the house and his wife with like 90 kids. And then she forgave him, but man, I didn't. The guy's he can apologize all he wants. He's kind of a dick for doing that. But again, not relevant. Shay Carl is a part of a very old gen YouTube community.
Like is he OG or no?
Yeah, he's OG.
Yeah,
he's a part of the original brand of YouTube celebrities.
Yeah, I remember watching him in middle school.
Yeah, I mean, I used to watch him a lot, but it became too much.
Yeah.
And then he became way too much. Yeah. My first story is just a quick, stupid story. Everyone at this point should know who Mr. Beast is. He's one of the fastest rising YouTubers. Mr. Beast is, he's like 20 years old, also a baby. Mr. Beast makes videos that sound like clickbait, but none of them are. They're all real. He does some weird ass video, and he gives out so much money, but that's because it's immediately the revenue he gets from YouTube and sales. Like, he does not profit he doesn't keep anything to him. He keeps maybe a little bit to himself, but he just throws out the money for content immediately. He was also huge in the PewDiePie T-Series thing. He was promoting PewDiePie even at the Super Bowl. The guy went all out. But anyway, there's this guy. His name is Morgz, Morgz, YouTuber. That's super annoying and cringy. He's like an OG douche tuber. Like he does the yelling at the camera, saying, "I'm doing the chili challenge." Like he would yell, like, "Hit subscribe and you win an iPhone 22." You know, like he's just going ham on these whatever, and he gets his whole family in it, and none of them, and it's cringy. It's really cringy. Like he does one of the cringiest videos I've seen was him. The freeze challenge, like the one where they pause with a remote and the other person they have to pause, makes no fucking sense. There's a part where they pause the mom while she's driving and they're like, "No, we're gonna die." Like there's no reason for her to pause. There's no magical power that forces you to do so. It's really stupid. It's obviously meant for like ADHD kids or something. I don't know, but it's bad. But anyway, what Morgz has been doing was the second Mr. Beast releases a video, he would immediately start filming a similar video. So here's an example of a few. Mr. Beast makes a video called "I spent 24 hours straight in slime," and then Morgz does the disgusting version by saying, "I spent 24 hours in slime," all caps, and it was a huge, all caps, mistake, and then in parentheses, "slime bath challenge." Like, you don't need to put that many words in there. Here's another one. Mr. Beast makes a video, "I spent 24 hours straight in insane asylum." It would be better if he said "in an insane asylum." But anyway. Then Morgz, a month later, "I spent 24 hours in insane asylum challenge." You know, like he's going to throw a challenge out there. And he makes the videos like twice as long too. What a bitch. Here's another one. "I put 100 million Orbeez in my friend's backyard." And then he says, Morgz, a few months later, "I put 100 million Orbeez in my mom's backyard. Prank." Because he has to. He has to put prank. How else is he going to capitalize? Anyway, my point is, Morgz is creatively dry from any original idea. And not only that, his content is also bad. It's not even like, "Oh, I'm inspired by something, I'm going to do it," and he does it better or the same. No, it's just bad. And there's this very funny tweet where Morgz tweeted saying, I'm running out of ideas. What should I do next?" And then Mr. Beast replied to his tweet saying, "Just wait a few weeks. I'm releasing a new video." Basically acknowledging this. Mr. Beast doesn't care. Mr. Beast is, he's very successful and he's not bothered by Morg's clear ripoff of his own product, but the fact that he just acknowledges it and it's funny. And PewDiePie also made a video making fun of it. It's pretty funny too. But yeah, Morgz is YouTube trash. Shaheen versus Morgz boxing match.
Please, what did I say?
Double main event, Logan Paul. Like,
oh my god!
You don't know what I can do.
Stop.
Let's see his stats. Let's see Morgz' stats. Let's see if I can take his ass.
Isn't he skinny?
Yeah, perfect for me to break in half. What is a Morgz?
What is?
He's 17 years old. I should take everything back. He's a baby.
You can't fight him. It's illegal.
I can't fight him. Wait for me next year. I'll kick your ass. You don't know me. Yeah, that's all. That's all I know about him.
Just wait.
British YouTube blogger. Pranks, challenges, Fortnite, and commentary videos. Literally the trash of YouTube. But anyway, I hope he has a successful and happy career. Because he's young. I don't want to ruin that for him now. But next year, he can... I'm not going to say it. Can you go with your next story before I get in trouble?
My next story is, I say I love drama, but I think sometimes people take it way too far. I think there's been a certain culture with drama that people don't look twice into the information they're given. They just go out with it. And sometimes it's harmless, sometimes it's really not, and this is where the one that I remember prominently is Keemstar. He was the ~1 drama channel a while ago. Time is relative to me. I remember nothing. There's it makes me so sad because, like, people attacking innocent old people just makes me really sad. He made a video and saying that, like, the 62-year-old Twitch streamer was a pedophile. Like, I think there...
Oh, I remember this, yeah.
Yeah, there was one, but he confused the two and used the wrong person, accused him of being a pedophile, and then, it just did not do well for the old man. Like, obviously people were, like, attacking him, like, just being really, internet people can be, like, super mean, like, this dude, like, I think he was just playing RuneScape, and then he gets, yeah, like, he just streams it, and then, like, he gets bullied by fucking Keemstar, and, he apologized to the guy, but, like, it's still, like,
the damage has been done.
You nearly ruined someone's life because you couldn't bother to check twice about what you were saying, like, it's kind of, like, fucked up. Like, I'm sure, like, the old man doesn't mind, but it's just, like, man, that's fucked up.
In some countries, they kill you for false reporting. I don't know if that country exists, and whatever country you're thinking about, you're racist. But,
Canada.
Yeah. Canada. Canada's okay, we're not getting into Canada. They're good people.
Wait, I'm just like, I think he was, yeah, the dude was, like, and the thing with the old dude was, like,
That sound mean, but did he look like a pedophile?
He looked like an old man, like, like he,
yeah,
like.
That doesn't answer the question.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Like, is Chris Hansen, like, walking in any second when he looks at him?
No. And then, like, there was another YouTuber who came to defend the old man, and, like, had not the other YouTuber done it, I don't think this man would have come out of here alive.
I'm looking up the oh my, yeah, there's the old man.
I don't think he's,
He doesn't look like a pedophile. He looks like he's,
I mean, even if.
Saying this? He looks like, he's nearing the expiration date.
Yeah, so, like, that was the whole thing. Like, it's just, like, it was, like, that's, like, drama, like, that made me kind of resent for a moment, like, drama channels. Cause that was just, like, that's just poor reporting on your part, like, if you have a platform and, like, you're just out here, like, starting witch hunts for things that don't need to be said, And that really fucked up Keemstar's. There was more to it, right? To his career, but, like, he said the N-word, and that's near death, But that was one of the things that kind of ruined Keemstar's career, I think, was making.
He's been less relevant recently.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man.
You think Keemstar is going to report on us now that we're big YouTubers?
He might. He might say that
So you're saying Keemstar versus Erica boxing match?
He'll probably say, like, I punched a baby. Or something, I don't know.
I think you admitted to selling drugs to children in one of the podcasts.
I don't remember that. I don't recall. Even if I did, that was a different Erica, so we can't really hold that against me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, if I really said that, I could just imagine someone coming back. She's like, even if it's a joke, it's not okay. And it's like, this is exactly why I would never want to be YouTube famous, because I can't handle that. Cause I'll be like, damn, you're right. I shouldn't have said that, but like, here it is. What are you gonna do? Fuck.
You can't deny it because you did say it.
Yeah.
But it's just the context. Context is important.
Yeah, and people don't usually look at that. This is not something we mentioned, but like, remember with PewDiePie? There's something about like anti-Semitism.
Oh, is it the Indian people?
Yeah, and then it was just like
kill Jews something or something.
Yeah,
like that?
and then like I just remember I watched the video and I watched people explain the video because I'm dumb and I don't get things right away. And he didn't. It wasn't him outright. Like, you know, he didn't say he hated Jewish people or anything like that. That it was something else. And I remember talking to my former roommate about it. You know, the one that sleeps naked. I talked to her about it, and she's like, "Can you believe he did that?" And it's like, "Did you actually watch the video?" She's like, "No, I just read a title about it." And I'm like, "This is the shit that this is bad." Like people don't read into things; they just see the title and be like, "Wow." Like
anything out of context is gonna be questionable at best.
Yeah, and anything I say taken out of context could be lethal. Like I could be in jail next week because of what I've said on that podcast about selling drugs to babies or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Honestly, we're just basically making a record of reasons why we should be imprisoned out of context. But, you know, give us a chance, you know. Yeah, sure, maybe in the beginning of this video I threatened 18-year-olds, but who does?
In the beginning, that was like 5 minutes ago.
Oh man, it feels like 6 years ago. Memories. This one time, this is not related, but kind of. I was in middle school, and there's this elementary kid that came up to me, and then my friend, being a douchebag, said, this guy, he pointed at me, and he was telling the kid, "This guy just made fun of you." I forgot what exact word he used. Now in middle school, you start cussing like an adult a little bit, right? That's when you get your first doses of saying really bad words. But in elementary school, you think you're being bad, but you sound like WWE PG era. Like you sound absolutely suffering succotash, you know? Like it's not.
Yeah.
Nothing sounds threatening. And then this kid kept attacking me verbally, and I'm like, I don't want to fight this. Like I don't want to. This is a fucking kid. But because I've gotten so used to saying this response at that point, he said like, "You're something," and I said, "Yo, mama," and then he just freaked the fuck out. He's like, whoa, and he starts like getting sad, and I was like, oh man, that's such a normal thing to say at that age, like my age. But for him, it was like mind blowing. Like this guy just attacked my mother. Like what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Anyway, I Claymore kicked him in the face, but I'm joking. I did not kick the kid. But yeah.
Now that you know you're going under record.
Yeah, now that I know the FBI and Keemstar are up my ass, I need to make sure what comes out of it is legit. All right. But yeah, out of context is dangerous.
What's your next one?
My next one is one that I learned from the great Philip DeFranco. He fills me in every day. Yeah, I want that taken out of context. But anyway, he covered a story about a YouTube channel called Daddy of Five.
Okay.
And if you don't know, it's a family. It's a family with, I guess 5 kids, but I think the oldest 2 were from a different mother, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the father divorced and married again. But I think the first 2 kids were from the first wife, and they all live together. And it's supposed to be this wholesome family channel, but my man, the in my opinion, the king of YouTube, Philip DeFranco, has looked into it very well, and has seen a very bad pattern in which the oldest son, I think, or one of the kids, was the son from the different mother, is the target of many of the channel's pranks. And the pranks aren't, it's fine if you prank, like, I guess Jimmy Kimmel pranks on kids are bearable. Like taking their candy and telling them, haha, we took your candy, and then you give them back or whatever. That's fine, I guess. This is straight up violence. They would push the kid against the shelves or whatever, and he starts bleeding or whatever. They abuse him verbally a lot. You even hear the kid in the video. I don't know why they would publish it. You have evidence of you abusing your kid, and you publish it. And it says, the kid's crying, and he says, all you do is record me for like, your own amusement, for your own success, for your own YouTube. Like, he's clearly just not having fun. There's nothing prankful about this. And there's even this really bad video where he has one of the boys, one of his sons, slap one of his daughters.
Oh yeah.
I forgot the context. Even with context, this is one of the things where you can, without context, just say this is not okay. You know, like me stabbing a little kitty. There's nothing a little kitty can do to me that makes me want to go stab it. You immediately know without context. But yeah, no, it's supposedly done for the sake of the prank. Philip DeFranco brought this to light. It became a huge thing in the community. Police started looking into it. They shut down the channel. They took the oldest two kids back to their original mother. He lost custody of them or something.
Yeah.
Huge backlash on a lot of things, and he even fired back at Philip DeFranco, saying that he is the cause to my family's misery or whatever.
Yeah. What a shit
Like, he really went out and said that. There's evidence. There's video evidence of you beating your children. Like, when you fight with your sibling, you would want to hide that in front of you when your parents walk in. You know, like when you accidentally hit your brother too hard.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you're fine. Just don't tell mom. Just don't tell mom. And he's like bleeding from his chest. Like, you're fine. Don't tell mom. And this guy says, yes, I will show this to the world. I will show to the world how shitty of a father I am. And the mother is horrible. I think they also did a prank where they dropped juice or something. They ruined the carpet.
Oh yeah,
and they blamed it on him. Blue ink, and they blamed it on him, on the same kid that they've been mentally and emotionally dismantling.
Yeah.
On camera. Why would you do this on camera? Like, I'm not saying that you should do it off camera too. I'm just saying these people are double stupid for doing something stupid and then another thing stupid on top of that, recording it. My God, it's fucking stupid.
It was an
shitty appearance.
It's just very interesting because, like, it was that video that, like, caused Philip DeFranco to look into it, because it started off with a seemingly harmless concept of, like, oh, we're, like, it was invisible ink. And they're like, oh, we're gonna prank our kid and blame him, put it on the carpet and then, like, like, blame him, and, like, you think they would do it jokingly, but, like, no, it was, like, full on scolding, like, yelling at him, like, what did you do?
Cussing.
Why did you do this? And it was just like, oh my God, like, holy, like, they just, like, they flipped.
It's not even scripted. Like, you know how pranks are fake?
Yeah.
Of the time on YouTube platform? This is not even fake. You can't get a kid to act this way. There's no way that kid is Meryl Streep underneath. The kid's crying. He's abused. His voice is cracking. He's miserable. He looks miserable.
Yeah, dude. I was just like, oh my God. And then such a weird response. And then I guess, like, you take it from there and you watch the other videos. You see all the abuse that's given to the kids, and it's just, it's not even fair to profit off of that. Like,
and they were profiting off of it.
Yeah, like, it's just like, I don't know, like, I think they were just disconnected from reality like, they probably still are, because, like, when they blamed Philip DeFranco, I'm like, what? Like, it's your fault. You did this. You chose to film those videos. Like, And, like, this is another thing I want to bring up. Like, I don't know why, but, like, YouTubers cannot apologize to save their lives. Like, it just, for whatever reason, like, I have not seen a single apologize video from a YouTuber that I'm like, that seems sincere and genuine. Every single one seems fake. If you start crying on screen, no one's gonna care. Everyone's gonna be like, okay. Like, chill for a moment. And their apologies just went somewhere else, because it was more like, I'm sorry that you feel this way.
I'm sorry that you found out what I did, but I'm not sorry about what I did.
Yeah, it's strange. It's like, that's a different...
They use the same excuses. I was in a dark place. We all live in a fucking dark place.
Yeah, it's like, not an excuse to be a shitty human, to your own children, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then, like, I think they got their YouTube back.
But it's, I think, the kids are gone. 2 of the kids are gone.
Yeah. I don't think he's allowed to.
Their basketball team is now short. And then, because they didn't abuse the youngest 3 that much. Because they were their own flesh and blood. It's the other one. That's another thing that bothers me.
I don't think it was, the oldest. I think one of them was the kids that was bullied, was the one from was not, I can't speak, but...
There were two from a different mother. And those 2 were the subject of a lot of the abuse. It's fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's already difficult for kids to live with someone who's not their mother, with siblings that aren't their siblings, and all they have is their father, and feeling the best that family could do is make them feel as much as a part of the family as everyone else is. But then you go and abuse them, like, man, you're really shitty. You're really a bad person for doing something like that. Feeling like you belong is such a crucial part of growing up, and not having that luxury, that right, not even a luxury, the right to feel like you belong is disgusting. Under your own roof, like, it's your father's house. You're there with your dad.
Okay.
I don't know. It makes me angry. Grinds my gears.
So the children are Jake, Ryan, Emma, Cody, and Alex.
Cody was the one that was getting abused.
Yeah, Cody and Emma are, from the ex-girlfriend. And Emma's the one, you're right, like...
They got slapped?
Yeah, but they weren't they're middle age, like middle children.
What the fuck happened in between? How'd they get... Did he cheat? Or did he remarry twice?
Yeah, that's very strange. I don't know what the hell happened there.
How did he get the oldest kid from one wife and the youngest kid from the same wife? But then the middle 2 are from a different wife. Is he playing Jenga with his team and what was happening?
Jake's the oldest, Cody's the youngest. Oh, they didn't put the ages in order.
Is it the youngest too?
Yeah.
Still though, how does that work?
I don't know. I actually don't know. Like, I'm like trying to read it.
They sound like a very, very Alabama-esque family.
From Maryland.
Like, they're not smart. Oh, same thing, I guess.
Yeah, so Cody and Emma...
There's nothing redeeming about the story. The only thing that was good was Phil DeFranco attacked them.
Yeah.
And I think they got out unscathed when they should have gotten they should have been punished much more.
I think so. Legally. They should have lost all their children, to be honest.
And they should be behind bars.
Move on to a lighter note. Oh, yeah. James Charles and Tati.
Ooh, we mentioned this 2 podcasts ago.
Yeah, so James Charles and Tati, if you don't know, they are 2 both makeup gurus. One has been in the industry longer than the other. That is Tati. Tati has been in for a while,
yeah, she's what, mid-30s now or something?
Yeah, she's 35, I think.
The only reason why I'm mentioning the age is because...
oh, yeah. So, it's very interesting, because, like, a lot of things have come out of it, but at the end of the day, I just think it wouldn't have been as bad if Tati didn't make the video and just went straight to James. But what happened was, Tati and James had a mother and son, like, you know, a mentor and a mentee relationship. All the success that James Charles has had, you could say Tati was partly responsible for it because she helped him with, like, business deals and stuff. So it wasn't like she felt indebted, you know, like, oh, you owe me for your success. But, you know, she played a big part. And he would also, you know, point out, or she would ask, like, hey, if you could you, like, sponsor, or, like, not sponsor, but, like, give a shout out to my vitamin, because she has a vitamin, you know, I don't remember what it's called, because I don't care, but she has a vitamin, and then she has, of course, has a competing vitamin. I think it's gummy vitamin. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I really don't care. Anyways,
it really is not important.
It's not. So
like, in terms of anything
so like you know, but you know, at Coachella, James Charles had security issues and for whatever reason, and Tati's rival company, vitamin company, provided James Charles a solution with the deal that he promotes their gummy vitamin. And, you know, Tati was really hurt by that. She was like, I ask you to, you know, promote mine, but you don't, and then you go out and do this.
But he did.
Yeah. We'll get there, you know? And so it's, we'll get there. Everyone needs to know the context, right? So, you know, long story short, she made a video of saying, like, I'm done, I'm tired of being stepped on, because Tati's really nice, you know. I don't remember her, you know, a lot of makeup gurus, like to be and not like to, but, like, are always in some form of controversy, but she really was never the one. And so, for someone, like, as nice as her to say something, it attracted the masses, I would say, because of how nice she was. And, she posted, like, this breakdown on Instagram or Snapchat. And then Gabriel Gamora? No.
Gamora. Oh, my God.
Gabriel... I forgot his name.
Are you talking about the Vox guy?
No. Gabriel... Zamora. I think it's Zamora. Yeah, it's Zamora.
Gamora's cousin.
Yeah. He should have minded his own goddamn business, because this had nothing really to do with him. He should learn from his other controversies that you just don't speak, you know. He got out of that alive. He should, you know, just not say anything. So because of him calling out Tati for her breakdown video on social media, she made that 43-minute long video of, you know, calling out James. And my initial reaction was, I don't hate James Charles, but I can understand why she's frustrated. Like, everything she said to an extent makes sense. The sexual accusations, like, it's always a gray area, because you want to believe the victim, but it's also very serious when you lie. And that's what happened with the sexual assault allegations, is people started making up shit. You know, one person...
but let's highlight Tati's original allegation, which is...
Oh, the gummy
James
vitamin.
Charles. No, the sexual allegation.
Oh, okay, yeah. James Charles is praise... I don't want to say that. Like, her initial was, like, that he goes after straight guys.
He has a thing, and he's made that public,
on
like, social media.
It's his type to go for straight guys. And
the treasure you can't have.
Yeah. Jeffree Star took it a bit farther. I mean, Jeffree Star didn't have to say shit either.
Like, as if he's clean from controversy.
Yeah, and he's just, James Charles' brother made a tweet, and then Jeffree responded. He's like, why do you think you moved back to New York? Yeah, your brother's a fucking predator. Like, something like on the lines of that. So the narrative changed, into making James Charles a predator, and then, you know, all these fake stories come out, and you're just like, it's just one of those things where people don't look into the things that are being said, they just believe it instantly. Like, the one where someone made up a story that, oh yeah, like, James Charles went into the locker room and, like, sexually harassed a straight boy, but then that person was like, I didn't think it'd get this big, like, it's just a joke, it was a social experiment, and I'm like, dude, that's someone's fucking life, like, shut up, like, don't think twice about what you say.
James Charles did the same thing to me, so I don't, so I know where they're coming from, honestly.
So, it's just a weird thing. Yeah, and then, you know, PewDiePie, you know, did make some good points, which I agree was like he did his research and found that James Charles did promote her gummies, not in maybe the way she wanted, but
he did nonetheless.
He did do some, right? And then PewDiePie brought up the point, there must have been more to it. There probably is, and like she didn't want to discuss it. And there was another video that came out that was talking about about the fallout, and it also came down to communication between Tati and James, that she really should have addressed to him directly the issue and not goes to YouTube. And it was because like, I was gonna talk to him, but then I found out he talked to 2 drama channels, but then you find out James told those drama channels, like, I'm not going to say anything unless Tati's comfortable with it. So, you know, she kind of looks, you know, like, ooh, that's a bad move.
Like a bitch.
Yeah, you know, and I think people make mistakes, like, oops, my bad.
Like a bitch.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And it also, I think, my biggest concern or take from the video was, like, I found it very strange that a 35-year-old was coming after, 19?
An 18-year-old or something?
Yeah, like 19.
He's really young.
But, you know, like, my friend, she was like, it doesn't matter, he's an adult. And I'm like, yeah, I guess. And to an extent, yeah. But it was interesting, because once James Charles came out with his video, Jeffree Star's like, I'm gonna spill all the tea, but then he decides not to. And then Tati deletes the video. But, you know, once something's up. It's like gonna be, you know, yeah. Once it's...
You cannot delete it.
It's, you may delete it, but it's still there. People save videos, right? But anyways, like, so she took it down, and, like, it just, like, dissipated after that. Like, really, like, no real conclusion. In my opinion. Like, I don't think there is, but it was a very interesting, like, 2 weeks?
Yeah, it went longer than it should have, really.
Yeah.
But,
it was because James Charles was already disliked, and then this further, you know, proved, like, oh, yeah, that's why we dislike him, you know?
Like, okay, so I don't care for anyone in the makeup community. Like, they could all have scandals tomorrow, and I wouldn't give 2 shits about it.
Right.
But this one made it to mainstream, so
yeah,
guess I had to learn about it. But
because no one likes James Charles.
Like, yeah, no, I don't care for James Charles. Like, I think he's annoying because he's successful. I'm not. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's how it works. But I don't care. I don't care what he does. And then when this shit came out, as the second I saw Tati's video through PewDiePie's video, because I'm not gonna watch a 40-minute video of a 37-year-old woman picking on a baby. Mm-hmm. But if I wanted to do that, I would have just watched Daddy of 5. But then the way she was talking was like an actual villain. Like, I'm not even joking. I did not trust a single word she said. Really? Because she was treating it like it was the worst tragedy. Like, he likes straight men. Like, oh, he likes straight men. Yeah. Ooh,
I mean, I honestly
think the end of the world, the apocalypse.
That was probably like the worst. I don't know. Like, that part made me really uncomfortable because it seemed like she was trying to make it bigger. Petty. She was making it bigger than it was with the way she was talking about it. Like, that was so disgusting. Like, it's just like, in some point, it also didn't sound genuine.
He's not a pedophile. Like, that's fine if you find other adult males attractive. That don't matter.
I think it's just one of those things. You're getting mad, and you keep bringing up things just for the sake of being mad.
Yeah. You don't argue the point. You argue you ad hominem, attacking the person, attacking the argument. And you can smell the pettiness off of her argument. Because she was saying shit like, this really bothers me because there's people with actual issues out there, you know what I mean? Like, someone got accused of being a pedophile, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's an actual issue. That could ruin your life. And here she is, she's like, I can't believe my best friend, who's only 19 years old, did not promote my vitamins, and he promoted this other company's vitamins. Like, who gives a fuck? It's vitamins. And even the way he promoted it for the fact that it helps him sleep, not the fact that, because he didn't mention, like, the benefits of Tati's vitamins were not put under question. They were not under fire. It was just that this one is meant for sleeping. You know what I mean?
I think
he didn't attack, and he apologized. He apologized immediately when she was upset with it. And then she's like, oh, you apologize? I'll make this 40-minute episode destroying you. I will destroy this whole man's career. And
I mean,
she's so petty and so annoying. She's like, and then, okay, here, let me just wrap this up on my end on how Tati is a little titty. That's what she is. But what happened was, after James Charles finally got the balls to say something properly, because the first time he made that really lame apology,
right?
He started the video with the same like he said that. That's how he started his video.
Yeah.
And then he said, God, his apology video is so lame. He's like, Mom, I know you're gonna protect me I know you're gonna protect me in the comments, and just don't defend me. I deserve. Why are you addressing your mom through YouTube videos? That's the only way you can communicate with her. Just tell her on the side. You're just trying to get pity points. No, he made a shitty ass video, and then he made a good video where after, I don't know who gave him the confidence. Maybe it's PewDiePie, because he was literally one of the only people that stood by him. PewDiePie got attacked too. They're like, PewDiePie, do your research. And then later it turns out PewDiePie was right off, and he was like, well, fuck you guys. But anyway, when James Charles came up with another video, and I said this, and here's this, and here's this, and everything he was saying made sense on his end. Even the guy, the waiter, because this is the story of him seducing whatever the fuck it was, straight men. Mm-hmm. But basically, they were at a restaurant, and then James Charles was flirting with the waiter. He's like, I want that ass. He didn't say it, I'm paraphrasing. And then Tati was like, no, he's straight. You gotta stop. The guy the waiter came out and talked about this experience, and he said, well, I'm bi-curious, and James Charles knew I was bi-curious. Already Tati sounds like an asshole. Mm-hmm. And then the waiter's the one that contacted James Charles the next day. Mm-hmm. James Charles gave him his number, and then the next day, the bi-curious waiter's sister said, hey, James Charles is famous. Go suck his dick. Something like that. I don't know. And then he's the one that contacted James Charles. It was all from the end of the other guy. So Tati is a piece of shit for attacking someone who she claimed was her friend. And then, to top it all off, once James Charles had a good response, Tati made a second video after she removed that first video. And she said, I didn't expect this to get out of hand. I want to be the bigger person and hope that everyone grows from this experience, and that we could just go back to having peace and love. Bitch, you destroyed everything, and you're pretending to be like this martyr of allowing James Charles to come out clean from this. You're not allowing him to come out clean with this. He was clean. Maybe he's done some shit in the past, but so far, based off of the videos I've seen and the research that I've done, the guy is clean. And Tati's the one that's a 37-year-old bitch that's attacking this young man who's having a successful career at a much younger age than she has. And yeah, he owes her thanks, but you can't hold him back anymore. And also, man, how could you do that to your friend? Someone that you claim to be is your friend. Like, James Charles, based off everything, did nothing wrong. When she was hurt by the advertisement, when he advertised the other company, he apologized. And he said, I didn't mean to hurt you. And then he advertised her thing. And then when she destroyed his ass in 40-minute video, she said, he's talking to drama channel. Like you said, he was talking to drama channels. And he straight up shared screenshots other drama channels contacting him, and he said, "I don't want to do anything without the consent, basically, of Tati. Like, I'm not going to talk about this issue unless Tati consents it or is comfortable with it." The guy, although 19 years old, and I hate him, I don't care for James Charles, still did nothing wrong. They were attacking. The only thing he's done wrong was causing a huge traffic in London when he had that event there or something, UK or something. I don't know. That's the only thing that makes me angry about him. Because if I was someone that was just going that day, I would have fucking been pissed off. Otherwise, Tati has just proved herself to be the biggest villain in the story, and the fact that she still comes out as this innocent, clean, ooh, I'm the mature one. Look at me cry, but never actually cry, just shed tears because I'm a strong woman. Like, it just bothers me. It bothers me how she came out completely clean from this, even though she started the fire. Also, she looks good for her age, but that's not relevant.
She does. I mean, 35 isn't that old.
Yeah, I know, but man, that's what she looks at 30. I'm not gonna praise her, but my point is...
You just did.
I'm not taking that away from her, although she is a bitch.
I just like
She's taking good care of herself.
I honestly 100% don't agree with you. I think she is a nice person. I just think this whole thing, she went about it the wrong way. But I just don't like how she called him out after she got screwed over. Like, if your friend was doing bad shit beforehand, you should do them the favor and call them out for it. And that's, again, where we don't know if she had done those things or not in the past, It's more like, yeah, but, it is what it is now. It's over.
Like, imagine if I did that to you. Imagine if we had a disagreement and I make a video for our 30 subscribers.
On our YouTube channel.
Challenging Logan Paul and Morgs. And then also hating on you. And you're like, what the fuck? I didn't even know I did something.
Yeah, It's all about communication, yeah.
You're only as good as your last match. That's a WWE wrestling phrase.
Okay.
And I don't care how nice of a person she was in the past. The last thing she did was perfect the villain role. She is the perfect villain.
Okay. Fair point. I still like her, so.
Yeah. No, you can like whoever you want. I don't care. I'm just saying, like, she can eat ass all she wants. I hate her. And not enjoy it. That's what I meant. Oh man, that got heated, man. Oof.
Yeah, I didn't expect you to get this mad over it.
Okay, so you made it to the end of part 1. Unfortunately, we rambled on for too long, and therefore this episode will be divided into 2 parts. If you feel blue-balled, my apologies, because I'm surprised that you made it all the way through again. But yeah, keep. I'm running out of. I'm Jake Paul. Well, they don't even know about the Jake Paul joke until the next episode.
Oh yeah, how do we know that Jake Paul joke?
Because we already recorded the whole thing.
They don't know that.
Yeah, they do. We just said we talked too much.
Oh.
This is not a secret. We're not. This is not Tom Holland leaking the next Spider-Man movie. Nobody cares.
Oh, my bad.
Anyway, here's your high-pitched sound to keep you going until next week.